Would the accused please stand? Are you Farooq Rana?
Yes.
Are you Akbar Nawaz Rana?
क्या आपका नाम अकबर नवाज राना है?
जी हाँ.
That's right.
On this indictment, you are both charged with causing grievous bodily harm contrary to Section 20 of the Offences Against the Persons Act 1861. And the particulars are that you, Farooq Rana, and you, Akbar Nawaz Rana, on the 8th of April this year at Sussex Street, Fulchester, did unlawfully and maliciously inflict grievous bodily harm upon Manzil Ali. To this indictment, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
आप दोनों पर दफा 20 के खिलाफ ये इल्जाम लगाया गया है कि आप और आपके बेटे ने मिलकर मंजिल अली की शदीद तौर पर पिटाई की और उसे शदीद ज़रबें पहुंचाईं। आपको इस जुर्म से इनकार है या इकरार है?
मुझे इस जुर्म से इनकार है.
I plead not guilty, Your Honor.
The jury in the case of the Queen against Rana and Rana is made up of members of the public whose names appear on the electoral register and who are eligible for jury service. Mrs. Stacey appears for the prosecution, Mr. Benham for the defence. His Honour, Judge Quinlan presiding.
Mr. Manzil Ali.
Manzil Ali, not Manzil Ali.
Take the Holy Bible in your right hand.
I ain't a Christian.
What is your holy book, then?
I don't believe anything can be holy.
Then you affirm. Raise your right hand. Read aloud the words on the card.
I do solemnly...
A little louder, please, Mr. Ali.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Are you Manzil Ali and you live at 123 King Street, Fulchester?
Yes, both.
You are a clerk with the post office.
So am I.
Will you tell the court what happened on the evening of the 8th of April this year?
I went to see Noor Jahan that evening.
Who is Noor Jahan?
Daughter of Akbar Nawaz Rana and sister of Farooq Rana.
Are they here?
Very much so. There. So, I went to see Noor Jahan that evening at her place.
Which is where?
Coronation Street, 18.
Not the Coronation Street.
No, Your Honour. Go on, Mr. Ali.
There was nobody else at home, and so we could really enjoy each other's company, listening to music on the radio in the dark like.
Whereabouts in the house did this go on?
The drawing room, the lounge.
And for how long?
Oh, I don't know. A long time. A few hours, I'd say. Then, suddenly, the door opened. The lights went up. Farooq, him, at the door. I got up quick, and this man, he started...
Your Honour, I object to Mr. Ali shaking his fist at my client.
Your Honour, as there are two defendants with the common surname, it is important that this witness should establish clearly and unambiguously who is who and who does what.
Well, my learned friend would surely agree that it's not necessary to shake a fist at someone to establish his identity. Besides, Mr. Ali has pointed out Farooq Rana twice already.
Yes, that should be enough, Mrs. Stacey. You will desist from gesticulating.
Okay, Your Lordship.
When you saw Farooq Rana at the door, you got up?
Yes. Farooq Rana went raving mad, spitting out the most obscene abuse in the Urdu language at me. "Keep your shitty hands off my sister, you bastard," he shouted as he rushed at me, oblivious of the electric heater lying in front of him. He knocked it over. Noor Jahan screamed and screamed, and that gave me a chance to get out and away. I ran towards my home.
Which is where?
King Street, about half a mile away.
And you got there?
Oh, no. I was about halfway home when I heard somebody running after me, the nails of his shoes ringing out across the pavement stones. It was Farooq, shouting abuse. He caught up with me, grabbed me by my overcoat and tripped me. I fell.
So you were deliberately tripped?
Yes.
In which street?
Sussex Street. But that I was to know afterwards. Well, You don't notice the name of the street when you're running hard, do you?
What happened after you fell?
Farooq Rana started kicking me hard with his nail-studded shoes. His father, Akbar Nawaz Rana, arrived shortly, and they both had a go at me. I screamed.
How long did this kicking and beating go on?
Too long.
Try and be precise, Mr. Ali.
I will try, Your Lordship. 10 minutes or so, I would say. 5 minutes or so by Farooq, and then the father and the son together.
You were kicked and hit where?
Here, 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 all over, and the face.
And what did you do?
What could I do, lying flat on the ground?
That's a lie.
Mr. Rana, there will be no interjecting from the dock.
But he was on his feet, Your Honour.
You are speaking out of turn.
But can't I or our barrister here
Yes.
challenge these lies now?
Mr. Rana, not yet.
But I don't understand.
May I have a moment to give instruction to my client?
You can certainly do with it, Mr. Bannon.
Thank you. No, just keep calm and leave it. I told you, don't. It doesn't help you. Thank you, Your Honour.
And what did you do, Mr. Ali, whilst being kicked and hit by the accused?
Nothing.
And the injuries which you sustained and which were described in the agreed medical report from the hospital were 2 broken ribs and severe bruising of the face, chest and legs. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did the accused do or say anything else other than kick and hit you?
They abused me and spat on me as well.
Just general abuse or something specific?
Oh, no. It was something specific. They said while they did something horrible to me.
But what did they say?
That is for messing with my sister.
In English?
Yes.
So that must have been her brother, Farooq Rana, is that right?
Yes, he said that while they...
While?
I can't.
Mr. Ali, you must tell the court all the relevant facts.
It's very difficult, Your Lordship, to say openly, in public, in mixed company.
Well, do try, Mr. Ali.
He kicked me in the testicles and shouted, "That is for messing with my sister."
Farooq Rana did this deliberately?
Yes, he did. Twice.
How old is his sister, Noor Jahan?
19 now.
That is, she was 18 at the time of the incident, is that right?
Yes. Actually, she turned 18 the previous August.
When you two were together that evening, what did you do?
Nothing more than what 2 young people in love would do.
What were you two doing when Farooq Rana put on the light?
Just lying there together, cuddling on the sofa.
With your clothes on?
Yes. Everything except shoes.
Was she aware that her family were opposed to your relationship?
Yes.
And yet she carried on with you?
Actually, she led me on, to tell you the truth. She began messing with me, if you see what I mean.
Bloody lies.
I will not tolerate any swearing in court or any further interjections.
Well, I can't take any more of this.
Mr. Rana, you must control yourself or you'll find yourself in contempt of court.
Did you know that Noor Jahan would be on her own when you went to see her that evening?
Yes. She told me that both her brother and father, the ogres sitting over
Your
there...
Honour, my client shouldn't be obliged to put up with remarks like that.
It is important for everyone here to know exactly what Noor Jahan thinks of her brother and father.
Yes, but what somebody else thinks is not what we want to hear from you, Mr.
I'll
Ali.
be calling Noor Jahan as a witness.
So the court will have ample opportunity of hearing what she thinks in her own words.
Yes, Your Lordship.
So Noor Jahan told you that both her brother and her father
Would be away until late that evening, and that she would put her cross in chalk on the wall next to the door if there was a last-minute change in their plans.
And was there a chalk mark there when you arrived?
None. The coast was clear.
What about Noor Jahan's mother?
She was away then, in Pakistan.
So, it was all prearranged then?
Yes, certainly. How else could I have got inside her house as I did?
Had you been inside the house before?
Yes, quite frequently during our relationship.
Where did you first meet Noor Jahan?
At the Fulchester Tech. She was taking a part-time course in home economics.
And you?
Dramatics.
Yes, I see. Mr. Stacey?
How did this relationship develop?
We would arrange to meet in public places.
When did you start seeing her at her home?
Shortly afterwards, when our fondness for each other had grown.
So the parents knew?
Oh, no. In our community, it is one of the things you do without ever letting your parents know. There are quite a few things our young people are doing nowadays without their parents' knowledge.
What kind of things?
Oh, boys eating pork and bacon, which they should not, and the girls smoking on the sly and dating boys, which they must not.
Going back to the incident on the pavement, you say that you were kicked twice in the testicles and told this is for messing with my sister. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then what happened?
I don't remember. Everything went blank.
Then tell us what you remember next.
I was lying on something soft in a room, and a middle-aged woman with a wet cloth was bending over me.
I think you now know that you were in the house of Mr. Abdul Latif and that the woman detending you was his wife.
Yes.
Your Honor, I will be calling Abdul Latif as a witness. What happened next?
I felt a sort of commotion in the room, with people coming and going, and the doorbell ringing every so often, a policeman or two appearing, and then the ambulance man.
So you ended up in the hospital,
Yes.
where you were detained for a week.
Yes, 8 days to be exact, and I was off work for 10 more days after.
So all told, you were off work for 18 days.
Right.
Mr. Ali, do you wish to answer the question or not?
Yes. The answer to the question is yes.
Yes. Now, you're rather in the habit, aren't you, of broadcasting your conquests.
Every cock likes to crow.
What?
Mr. Ali, may I remind you that this court is not a stage?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes. Now you're known as something of a bit of a Romeo in your community, aren't you, Mr. Ali?
I like to dress well, keep up with the fashion.
Yes, well, that's not being a Romeo, actually. That's being a dandy.
Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
What's that?
Ogden Nash.
Mr. Ali, for the last time, I will not have this court used as a place for your histrionic talents.
That was not my intention, Your Lordship.
You will take these proceedings seriously.
Thank you, Mark. Now, Mr. Nash, Mr. Ali, have you ever been engaged to be married?
No.
No? Remember a student nurse called Bridget O'Kenny?
Yes.
So you were engaged to her, weren't you?
No.
She was found unconscious in her room due to an overdose of sleeping pills, wasn't she?
Yes, it was in the local papers.
Yes, it was, and an envelope found by her bedside contained a letter and the engagement ring that you'd given her.
Ah, I did not give it to her. I only paid for it.
Now, what's the difference?
It was not my idea, the engagement. I just went along with
But
it.
just a moment ago, when I asked you if you'd been engaged to her, you said no.
As I said, it was not my idea. I just went along with it, not to hurt her feelings,
You
that's
were
all.
intimate with her, and you promised to marry her, didn't you?
One doesn't take engagement seriously nowadays, does one?
Well, maybe you don't, Mr. Ali, but she certainly did, didn't she?
How would I know?
Well, she must have taken it seriously to attempt suicide when you packed her in, mustn't she?
Your Honor, this is pure conjecture and is about somebody who is remotely, if at all, related to the case.
Yes, Mrs. Stacey.
Very, very well, Your Honor. Now, yes, you also knew a Christina Roth, the German exchange teacher, didn't you?
Yes, quite well. Buttery blonde. Very dishy.
Yes, all right. What made Christina Roth leave Fulchester and return to Germany before the school term had ended?
Mother had a heart attack.
Yes, that's what she told the school authorities. Was that the truth?
Perhaps you know the truth, as you seem to know so much.
Well, all right, yes. The truth is, Mr. Ali, that she got pregnant by you and left for Germany heartbroken because you went back on your promise to marry her.
She got pregnant, all right, but whether by me or not is a different matter. It may interest you to know that she'd gone home earlier, during the Easter holidays, and that she had a boyfriend in Germany.
Mr. Banham,
Your Honor?
I thought I knew the point you were trying to make, but now I'm not quite so sure. What is it that you're trying to establish with this line of questioning?
Well, Your Honor, that Mr. Ali is expert at making false promises to girls in return for sex. He's a philanderer, Your Honor, a practiced liar. He's brought nothing but pain and misery to the girls he's been involved with in the past.
I agree. The man's a menace to innocent girls of all races.
Mr. Rana, this is my last warning to you before I have you taken down to the cells.
Now, have you seen this transistor radio before? Exhibit 1, please.
Yes.
Yes. Can you remember where?
Yes, at the Ranas.
The Ranas. Is this the radio you had on when you were enjoying the company of Noor Jahan Rana in the dark like, as you put it earlier?
Yes.
Yes, are you quite sure?
Yes, only it didn't look damaged then.
No, why does it look damaged now?
How would I know? It's not my property.
Oh, well, you should know, Mr. Ali, because you caused the damage.
What is this, some kind of joke or what?
No, Mr. Ali, it's not a joke. I put it to you that when Farooq Rana surprised you in the Rana's house, you picked up that radio and threatened him with it. And that when you ran away from the Rana's place that evening, you still had the radio with you, and that Mr. Rana followed you with the intent of recovering it from you.
I suggest to you, Mr.
Banham,
that you will make a very good fiction writer.
Really?
Mr. Ali, confine yourself to answering the questions put to you.
Yes, Your Lordship. Now, why would I run off with a transistor like this when I've got a far better one of my own?
Yes, well, I'm sure you have, Mr. Ali. I'm sure you've got a far better radio than this. I'm not suggesting that you took it from the Ranas intending to steal it. What I am saying is that when Farooq Rana came at you in the house that night, the radio was the first thing that came to hand to defend yourself. And that when Mr. Rana stumbled over the heater, you ran off in blind panic, still with the radio, and that Mr. Rana followed you trying to recover it. I suggest to you, furthermore, that Mr. Rana only caught up with you because you stumbled and fell on the pavement.
That is all rubbish. And I did not stumble. I was tripped up from behind.
Really? Now, how would you describe the pavement where you fell, or were tripped over, as you put it?
What is there to describe?
Well, were the pavement stones smooth and evenly joined, or were they rough and unevenly placed?
No idea.
Yeah? Was there a skip near where you fell?
Made to fall, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
Yes, there was a skip.
Yes, and some building materials scattered around the skip?
There might have been. I didn't particularly notice. Sussex Street is not the most brightly lit street in Fulchester, I assure you.
No, right. Now, I put it to you, you see, that in a badly lit street, you stumbled over the building materials scattered around the skip, and you fell and broke your ribs.
Not so.
I suggest to you furthermore that it was only then that Farooq Rana caught up with you, went for his radio, and a fight ensued. An unfair fight, actually, members of the jury, because, as you can see, Manzil Ali is a strong, muscular man, and Farooq Rana is small and slim.
You forgot Akbar Rana.
Ah, yes, so you see, if he hadn't arrived, you'd have made mincemeat of his son.
My God, this is too ridiculous for words. The simple fact remains that I was chased by these two there that night, knocked down and kicked as I lay helpless on the pavement. And there you are trying to turn the whole thing upside down on its head.
Did you know the accused before you met Noor Jahan or after?
I have known Farooq Rana since my school days. We went to the same school together. Let's say he had a reputation.
Reputation?
Let's say we juniors admired this tough Paki for his courage and leadership.
Yes. And Mr. Akbar Rana?
Yes, so. I used to go to his grocery store, mainly to buy halal meat.
What meat?
Halal, Halal.
What is halal meat?
Halal is to Muslims what kosher is to the Jews.
I see. Thank you.
You also knew Akbar Rana to be a leading figure in the local Pakistani community, didn't you? And you, Mr. Ali, you're part of that community, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, subject to that community's internal customs, culture, and restraints.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Huh? Well, how would you describe, then, your relationship with the Rana family?
Friendly, until they came to learn of my interest in Noor Jahan.
That's what happened then?
A lot. They tried to break up our relationship. They withdrew her from the tech. She had to sit at home sewing buttons on dresses. My God, to be sewing buttons hour after hour, day after day. And the pittance they get paid for doing all that boring, tedious work. And who's getting rich on the labor of these Dalmatian cows?
Return to matters relating to this case, Mr. Ali.
Yes, Your Lordship. But withdrawing Noor Jahan from the tech was not enough to stop us from seeing each other. We got around the problem. Where there is a will, there is a way. But the Ranas soon found out.
How?
The grapevine. Say you're walking out of a park after you've had a rendezvous with a girl like Noor Jahan, in a quiet corner-like. And somebody, some Pakistani sees you, who knows Noor Jahan and her family, then you've had it. Within the hour, the parents would hear of it. Saw your Noor Jahan with that Manzil Ali fellow in the park. And poor Noor Jahan would be made to pay a heavy price for a bit of fun in the park.
What kind of price?
A total ban on her going out on her own for a while.
What happened to you?
I was threatened. If you want to stay in one piece, keep away from Noor Jahan, they told me, the father and the son.
Did you?
Yes, for a while. But it began again with a letter from her.
Yes. And did you know that Noor Jahan's mother was visiting Pakistan when you visited her?
Yes.
Yes. Did you know why?
Yes, Noor Jahan told me to find a suitable match for her, to arrange a marriage for her.
It's common practice among Muslim parents to arrange marriages for their children.
Yes, it is.
And how did you take the news, Mr. Ali, when Noor Jahan told you that her mother had gone to Pakistan to find a husband for her?
I was upset. We were in love.
Oh, look, you know that the idea of romantic love, marriage for love, is quite alien to your community's way of life.
When did I say anything about marriage?
Well, so you didn't intend to marry her?
No, I didn't.
No? Why not?
How could I marry a girl who'd lost her virginity?
I see. But, so you couldn't marry a girl who'd lost her virginity?
No, I couldn't.
Why couldn't you?
Why? Well, the question is absurd. I mean, a girl of good character keeps her honor for her husband, doesn't she?
Have you got a sister, Mr. Ali?
No.
Oh. Well, suppose you had a sister, right? You've got a young, unmarried sister, and you find she's been messing about with a fella. What would you do?
I would give them both a very good hiding.
Yeah. Yes, that's a fairly typical reaction of a young Muslim like yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, such incidents aren't unusual in your community, are they? I've no further questions. Thank you, Mr. Ali.
The cases in Fulchester are fictitious. The case of the Queen against Rana and Rana will be resumed tomorrow in the Crown Court. Manzil Ali claims to have been beaten up by Farooq Rana and his father Akbar Rana because he'd been paying attentions to Farooq Rana's sister Noor Jahan. The jury in today's case is made up of members of the public whose names appeared on the electoral register and who are eligible for jury service. The prosecution case continues with the arresting officer.
As a result of information received, I attended 31 Sussex Street at about 10:30 on the 8th of April this year, where I saw an injured man later identified to me as Manzil Ali. I saw that his face was swollen and bruised and blood was coming through his nose. An ambulance had been called.
Was he in a state to identify his assailants?
I didn't get a chance to ask, Ma'am, as the ambulance came within minutes of our arrival.
Well, where and when did you take his statement, then?
At the General Hospital the following day, Friday, in the afternoon.
And then?
I went to Akbar Rana's grocery shop at 99 Queen Street, where I saw Mr. Rana. I told him I was making inquiries about a serious assault on one Manzil Ali and that he and his son Farooq Rana had been identified as the assailants. As Akbar Rana couldn't speak English very well, I arranged to see him and his son Farooq later that day at their home in Coronation Street.
Were they there when you called that evening?
No, Ma'am, they were not. I left a message arranging to see them the following day, Saturday, at the same time.
And they were home then?
Yes, Ma'am.
And what did they say to you, Sergeant?
The son, Farooq Rana, said, "I thought you specialised on the political side."
What did he mean by that?
I object, Your Honour. Any answer to that can at best be just surmise.
Yes, you should know better than that, Mrs. Stacey. You're leading the witness into the area of speculation.
I'm sorry, Your Honour. Yes, Sergeant, what took place after that?
I told them what the charges were against them and cautioned them, and then asked them to accompany me to the police station.
You didn't arrest them at once?
No, Your Honour. I wanted to keep the matter low-key, if I could.
Yes, I understand.
And did they go with you?
Not at first, Ma'am. The accused, Farooq Rana, said, "We are not obliged to talk to the police detective. Anyway, we are prepared to cooperate with the forces of bourgeois law and order and make statements, but only here at our own place.
And what did you say?
I said to him, that is all right as far as you are concerned, but there is the language problem with regard to your father. He replied, never mind, I'll translate all that in impeccable Queen's English for you. I said that will be unacceptable, as you yourself are one of the accused, and there is an official interpreter at the police station. To which he replied, you and your bourgeois legal quibbles.
I think they then agreed to go with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any conversation in the car?
Yes, ma'am. The accused Farooq Rana said, our girls are getting corrupted by the moral decadence of your society. We have our ways of dealing with it, and you English are either too self-centred to notice them or too full of racist superiority to respect them.
And what sort of tone of voice was this said in?
He was extremely angry, ma'am.
And he said that they have their own ways of dealing with the corruption of their girls.
He did, ma'am.
Did you reply?
I did, ma'am. I said, that is your view, and you are welcome to it as long as you don't take the law into your own hands and impose it on others, to which he made no reply.
At the station, did Farooq Rana make a statement in writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you produce it?
I do.
Members of the jury, I have already read this to you. The substance as follows. I ran after Manzil Ali because he'd stolen a transistor radio from our house. He fell over, and when he got up, he attacked me, and my father came to my help. Officer, did you also get a statement from Akbar Rana?
No, ma'am. Things got a bit sticky with the father.
How?
The accused, Farooq Rana, kept interrupting his father and speaking to him in Urdu. I cautioned him, but he persisted. In the end, I had to ask him to leave the room, which he finally did.
Did he leave willingly?
No, ma'am, rather belligerently. In the end, Akbar Rana did not make a written statement at that time.
I know that you don't understand Urdu, but can you possibly remember any odd English word or words that cropped up in Farooq Rana's interjections?
Yes, ma'am. Transistor. The word transistor kept coming up.
Did you follow up the point about the transistor, Sergeant?
Yes, ma'am. I asked them to show me the radio in question.
Which they did?
No, ma'am. The accused said they'd sent it for repairs. I then asked to see the receipt and the name and address of the repair shop. The accused, Farooq Rana, said that they'd given it to a relative who had a friend who repaired radios and televisions in his spare time at home.
Did you ever get to see the radio, Sergeant?
No, ma'am, I never did. Indeed, after we'd finished at the police station, we went to see the relative to whom they said they'd given the radio. Both the accused went into the house and returned after some time, saying that the man had had to leave suddenly for Bradford and that his wife couldn't help them. I then told them to let me know as soon as they got the radio back, and they promised that they would.
And did they?
No, ma'am, they never did.
Thank you, Sergeant. That'll be all.
Did you know the Ranas before this case, Sergeant?
Yes, sir, one of them, the son.
Yes, in what connection?
Nothing in particular, sir. It just happens that whenever there's a demonstration in the area, Farooq Rana is always to be seen in the front line.
Oh. What sort of demonstration?
Oh, the ones which are for what is loosely described as working-class militancy and against racism and fascism.
Fascism. Well, so you've taken part in these demonstrations, have you, Sergeant?
No, sir. Not as a participant, if that's what you have in mind.
Oh. What, as a spectator, then?
More or less. It is part of one's job, sir.
Yes, quite. What, to collect political intelligence?
I wouldn't put it that way, sir.
No? How'd you put it, Sergeant?
We're quite neutral between these extremist groups, as you probably know, sir.
Yes.
We keep an eye on the other side as well.
Well, the other side being,
Those who shout provocative slogans against immigrants and such like.
Yes. So you'd picked out Farooq Rana as a political extremist long before this case, hadn't you?
Well, sir, it's his colour, sir. I mean, it can't be helped, can it? He rather sticks out like a sore thumb.
Like a sore thumb?
I meant it figuratively, sir.
Yeah. Now, when the Fulchester Typewriter Company folded about 15 months ago, there was some trouble at a demonstration for a workers' occupation, wasn't there? Do you remember that?
Yes, yes, there were scuffles between the police and some of the demonstrators.
Yes, and Farooq Rana was one of those involved.
He may have been, sir.
Yes, but he did make what the Fulchester Gazette described as a fiery speech at the after-March rally.
He might have, sir. I didn't notice.
Didn't notice? Oh, well, it made the front-page headline in the paper, Sergeant. See? A Pakistani militant calls police fascist. Now, in the speech, Mr. Rana attacked the police for siding with management in attempting to eject the workers from the factory.
Yes. Yes, I vaguely remember something to that effect in the paper, sir, yes.
Yes, good. Fascist. Not a very nice thing to say about the police, was it?
No, sir?
No. In a sense, he sort of drew the police's attention to himself, didn't he?
It is possible, sir.
Yes. Well, I suggest, Sergeant Walton, that it's a great deal more than a possibility. Actually, I suggest that it's part of your job to pick out the Farooq Ranas of this world. You'd known him long before this case. You had more than a nodding acquaintance with him. Once, Sergeant, once in a pub, you went over to him and you said, "Watch it, because we don't want any brown Peter Haynes around here."
I have never said any such thing to him, sir, or to anyone else. I discharge my duties without regard to a man's colour or nationality, sir.
Yes. You see, I'm suggesting that the evidence you've given of a conversation in a police car with Farooq Rana to the effect that they had their own way of dealing with their problems is quite untrue. That, in fact, he never said a word to you in that car.
Those were his exact words, sir.
What is your religion?
Islam.
Take the Quran in your right hand. Read aloud the words on the card.
I take this oath on the Holy Quran, believing in the Quran as God's true word, believing in the true God above us, and that whatsoever I tell this court shall be the truth.
Are you bound by that oath?
Yes.
You are Abdul Latif and you live at 31 Sussex Street, Fulchester?
Yes, Mrs.
Will you tell the court what happened on the night of the 8th of April this year?
I was home that night. My cafe was closed, you see, as Friday is the holy day for us Muslims.
But it was Thursday night, not Friday.
Yes, my lordship, what you would call Thursday night, for us it's Friday morning.
How?
For us Muslims, the new day begins at dusk, my lordship.
Yes. I see.
Now then, as I was saying, I was at home that night doing my accounts of the cafe. Actually, such is the life of a businessman here, busyness all the time. I had just finished listening to the 10 o'clock news on the radio. Just the news. Not the discussing of items that come thereafter. That being my habit, whether being in my cafe or home or car, listening into the news regularly at night, on the radio, not television. For watching news on television means that you are not able to do anything else useful. The other reason being...
Latif, this court is not assembled to hear your reasons for preferring the news on the radio to that on the television.
Sorry, my lordship, but I was just on the point of describing the events of that fateful night.
Yes, very well. Well, please get on with it.
Now then, while I was busy doing accounts of my cafe, I suddenly heard shouts and screams. First, I ignored them, thinking it was a television program coming from some house. And as some of our fellows are very fond of putting up loud volume in their new color tellies, like showing off in big Jaguar. But the shouts were in Urdu. Now then, that can't be TV, I says.
Was that anything in particular being shouted?
Yes, khoon, khoon.
Meaning?
Meaning blood, blood.
Does it also mean murder, murder?
Yes, it means both. Now then, the shouts and screams went on and on, so I got up and looked through the curtain of my window.
What did you see?
Two figures near the builder's bucket, attacking.
Bucket?
Yes, my lordship, that large-sized steel container the builders used put their rubble in.
Are you referring to a skip?
Yes, the skip. Now then, as I was saying, I saw these two figures near the skip attacking somebody on the ground.
What did you do?
First, I did nothing. I just looked. Should I do something or should I do nothing, I says to myself. Beating went on and screaming too, more screaming. Then I opened my window and shouted, "Leave him alone!" in Urdu, of course. Then I ran to put my overcoat on, it being cold outside. Then out of the door I came. I suddenly saw two fellows running as I opened the gate of my front garden. Those two fellows there.
You recognized them because they were known to you?
Yes, Mrs., that's true.
What, did you notice if they were carrying anything?
Carrying? No, carrying nothing. No, I didn't see anybody carrying anything. In any case, it was too dark to see too clearly, to tell you the truth.
What did you do when you reached the gate of your front garden?
I ran to help the poor man on the pavement, my wife coming after me. We both lifted him up and carried him indoors. And my wife started taking care of her injuries, and I myself went and phoned the police. No. I phoned 999, asking for the ambulance first and then the police.
And what happened then?
As a matter of fact, police came first and then ambulance. Then I went to the police station while everything was hot in my mind.
You mean fresh in your mind?
Fresh, hot, same thing, isn't it? By Jove, what a language is English.
Thank you, Mr. Latif. I have no more questions.
Well, I'm glad you admitted your lack of grasp of the English language, Mr. Latif.
I have plenty of experience of English, sir, long before I came to this country.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Now, you said you saw two men attacking somebody on the pavement.
Yes, I said so, yes.
Yes, now, when you say attack, you mean fight, don't you?
Fight, attack, what is the difference?
Well, there's a lot of difference, actually.
Oh, the liars. The liars are always twisting and turning the words, putting in meanings and taking them out and whatnot.
Yes. Now, what you're saying, as far as I can make out, is that you saw two men fighting a third man. Is that right?
Now then, how can anybody lying down fight somebody standing up? Not even Muhammad Ali can do that. No. Two men standing up and the third man lying flat on the pavement.
Yes. How far from your doorstep was this taking place, Mr. Latif?
From here to where you are, about that much.
Well, that's about 30 feet?
No, bit less, about 20 feet.
About 20 feet. And you could see well enough in that badly lit street to know for certain what was going on.
Yes, I could. Allah has graced me with two good eyes, sir. Very clear and very sharp, like an eagle's.
Well, good. I'm very pleased for you. But you see, just a few moments ago, you said that it was too dark to see things clearly.
Too dark to know whether anybody was carrying something in his hand, or what he was carrying.
Too dark, I suggest, for you or anybody else in the situation you described to identify anybody, to know who was who. And yet you, Mr. Latif, you're categorical in identifying the attackers.
Now then, I could tell Akbar Nawaz Rana any time, any day, any night.
Yes?
It's the way he runs. He never puts his right foot fully on the ground due to an ankle injury once. I have seen him running before, you know.
Yes, well, I'm sure you have. After all, you were joint owners of the Taj Mahal groceries in Queen Street once, weren't you?
Yes, we were 7 years ago. I remember early days when we were both working at Fulchester Textiles and packing imported spices in our spare time, in our cramped bedsit, and having the idea of a van to deliver Asian groceries to our customers at home. My idea, and all the hard work I put in. And by Jove, before we moved to our new premises in Queen Street 10 years back, from our rundown place in Brookstown area.
Yes, now you seem a bit bitter about the split between you two that came later.
It was more than a split, sir, as you call it. That Akbar Nawaz Rana, that man, looking very holy and pious, he cheated me. He cheated me like nobody's business.
Well, if he cheated you, Mr. Latif, why didn't you take him to court?
No. There are some matters we people like to decide amongst ourselves without washing our dirty sheets in public, as the idiom goes.
Yes. Well, quite, yes. Well, I mean, a matter as delicate as this, for example, involving the reputation of a young Muslim girl and her family, a matter of honor. I mean, you'd settle a matter like that out of court, wouldn't you? Is that what you advised Manzil Ali to do when he was recovering at your house?
No.
Now, listen, Mr. Latif. I put it to you that it was Manzil Ali who told you the name of the assailants, and it was on this basis, and this basis alone, that you made your statement at the police station on Thursday night about the identity of the attackers.
No, I did recognize Akbar Nawaz Rana on my own.
Yeah? Farooq Rana?
That I couldn't be sure of.
You couldn't be sure of. Now, this allegation against Akbar Nawaz Rana came at a very convenient time for you, didn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, you were in the middle of a contest with him, weren't you? A contest for the election of a new chairman to the mosque committee,
Yes, I was. But Akbar Nawaz Rana had been chairman for 2 years, and he had proved himself very unpopular. He had been accused by the members of having mismanaged the funds. I could have won. Anyway, I assure you.
Well, it's rather a partisan view, isn't it? No, Mr. Latif, I put it to you that you advised and actively encouraged Manzil Ali to bring this case to court, and that you did so for selfish reasons, to win the election and to get revenge on Akbar Nawaz Rana by discrediting his name in the community and rendering his daughter unmarriageable, Mr. Latif, by this scandal. I suggest to you that you didn't see Farooq and Akbar Nawaz Rana attacking Manzil Ali. What you in fact saw was Manzil Ali attacking Farooq and Akbar Nawaz Rana.
No.
I've no more questions to this witness, Your Honor.
Mrs. Stacey? Very well, Mr. Latif, you may go and sit down.
That is the case for the Crown, Your Honor.
You are Akbar Nawaz Rana and you live at 18 Coronation Street, Fulchester, is that right?
क्या आपका नाम अकबर नवाज राना है और आप 18 Coronation Street, Fulchester में रहते हैं?
जी हाँ.
That is so.
Your Honour, my client made a statement on oath to the magistrates. I'd suggest that a great deal of time could be saved if this could be used as part of the evidence in this court.
Mrs. Stacey? I mean, there are obvious objections.
I don't object, Your Honour.
Yes, I see. Very well, then.
Thank you, Your Honour. Thank you. Now, do you remember giving evidence at the magistrates' court?
क्या आपको याद है कि आपने मजिस्ट्रेट की कचहरी में एक बयान दिया था?
जी हाँ.
Yes, I do.
And the statement was taken down in writing and you signed it?
क्या वो बयान तहरीरी था और आपने उस पर अपने दस्तखत किए थे?
जी हाँ.
That's right.
And is that the statement? Could we have the statement?
क्या ये वही बयान है और ये दस्तखत आपके हैं?
जी हाँ.
That's right. Thank you.
Members of the jury, the statement of Akbar Nawaz Rana, given on oath at the magistrates' court, reads as follows. I had planned to spend the evening and night of the 8th of April of this year canvassing for my election to the chairmanship of the mosque committee. But during the day, the freezer in my grocery in Queen Street broke down. So I cancelled my plans and went to work on the freezer after the evening meal. Later, my son Farooq came to the shop and began helping me. Halfway through the job, we got held up as a part we needed wasn't to be found, and so we returned home in our car. Farooq went into the house and then into the drawing room, while I proceeded to the room behind the kitchen where the tools and spare parts are stored. I heard some shouts and abuse in the drawing room, and as I began walking to the room, I saw somebody rushing out, with my son following him. I was dazzled by all this, and asked Noor Jahan, my daughter, who was in tears and hysterical, as to what was going on. In between her sobs, she said something which I couldn't quite understand, but the moment I heard the name Manzil Ali, my blood pressure shot up. That notorious man Manzil had been warned in clearest possible terms to keep away from my daughter. I ran out in the street, but I could see nobody. But I knew the way to Manzil Ali's house and ran in that direction. Allah, save my son, I prayed as I ran. For Manzil Ali is a big fellow and an amateur boxer, whereas my son is not so strong. When I entered Sussex Street, I could see vaguely two figures near a skip grappling with each other, with the smaller figure getting the worst of it. My poor son, I said as I ran harder. Naturally, I intervened on his side. Together, we managed to get Manzil Ali on the ground. Then I saw my son pick up something which looked like a brick. No, no, I shouted as I grabbed the object. It wasn't a brick, it was a transistor radio. He stole our radio, this thief Manzil, cried my son. Then we saw Manzil Ali getting up and we ran, as we didn't want to keep fighting with this boxer, being peace-loving and Allah-fearing citizens of this land as we are. That's all, Your Honour.
The cases in Fulchester are fictitious. Join us tomorrow for the final day of the Queen against Rana and Rana. Farooq Rana and his father Akbar Nawaz Rana are on trial for inflicting grievous bodily harm on Manzil Ali, a man who's been paying attentions to Noor Jahan Rana, sister of Farooq and daughter of Akbar Nawaz Rana, who is now in the witness box being cross-examined by the prosecuting counsel. The jury is made up of members of the public whose names appeared on the electoral register and who are eligible for jury service.
In your statement, you say that when you heard the name Manzil Ali from your daughter, Noor Jahan, your blood pressure shot up.
आपने अपने बयान में कहा है कि जब आपने बेटी नूर जहां की ज़बानी मंजिल अली का नाम सुना तो आपका खून खौल गया.
जी हाँ.
That's right.
Could it be that the first person to suffer the consequences of your high blood pressure was indeed Noor Jahan, that you hit her?
क्या ये मुमकिन है कि आपके गुस्से का पहला शिकार आपकी अपनी बेटी नूर जहां थी, यानी कि आपने उसकी पिटाई की?
क्योंकि वो मेरी बेटी है. ये मेरी जिम्मेदारी है कि मैं उसकी इज्जत की देखभाल रखूं ताकि खानदान की बदनामी ना हो.
Because she is my daughter and it's my duty to see that she maintains her honor and does not bring disgrace to our family.
But she's grown up. I mean, she was 18 at the time of this incident.
मगर ये कि आपकी बेटी बालिग है और जिस वक्त ये वाक़ा पेश आया उसकी उम्र 18 साल की हो चुकी थी.
वो 18 की हो या 81 की, उसकी अभी शादी नहीं हुई है, मेरे घर में रहती है और लड़की ज़ात है.
18 or 81, it doesn't matter. She is my daughter and she is living in my house. She's unmarried and she's still looking for a husband.
Yes, but you can't go on beating an 18-year-old simply because he or she is your child.
मगर ये कि आप उसको मारपीट तो नहीं कर सकते, सिर्फ ये कि वो आपकी बेटी है.
हम लोग अपने बच्चों के साथ कैसा सलूक करते हैं ये हमारी बिजनेस है.
What we do to our children is our own business.
हम लोग अपने बच्चों का बहुत बड़ा ख्याल रखते हैं. माँ बाप का फर्ज है कि वो अपने बच्चों को मारे अगर वो गलत रास्ते पर जा रहे हो.
We take a very deep interest in our children's welfare. It is parents' right to punish them, even beat them if necessary if they go astray.
हम लोग अंग्रेजी माँ बाप की तरह नहीं है कि अपने बच्चों को कोई ख्याल न करें और जब वो 15 या 16 साल के हो जाएं तो उनको घर से निकाल दें. हम लोग ऐसा नहीं करते, कभी नहीं.
We are not like English parents who neglect their children and throw them out of their home once they are 15 or 16. No, sir, we don't do that. Not us. That's all, my lord.
Mrs. Stacey?
I have no more questions, Your Honour.
Any re-examination, Mr. Bannon?
No, Your Honour.
Very well, you may go back to the dock.
चलिए आप नीचे उतर जाएं।
I call Farooq Rana.
Take the Holy Quran in your right hand and read aloud the words on the card.
I'll affirm.
Raise your right hand. Read aloud the words on the card.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Is your full name Farooq Rana, and do you live at 18 Coronation Street, Fulchester?
Yes.
And are you maintenance engineer at the factory of Fleming's Textiles?
Yes.
And will you tell the court what happened on the night of the 8th of April of this year?
It was Thursday, the day I used to attend WEA classes for a course on the history of the British Trade Union movement. Well, that Thursday, the lecturer didn't turn up. He fell ill or something. So I went to my dad's shop to help him repair the freezer. About halfway through the job, we went to the house to pick up a spare part. When I got to the house, I went to the drawing room, I switched on the light, and lo and behold, I saw this man, this badmash.
That is a foreign word, Your Honour.
Yes, what does
badmash?
Yes, badmash. Well, what does it mean?
A bad man, a mischievous man.
Thank you. Right, just keep to the facts, Mr. Rana.
Yes, Your Honour. Well, I saw this man, this Manzil Ali, lying sprawled out on the sofa with my sister. They were both surprised to see me. Manzil Ali got up, looking tense. He then picked up the radio from the coffee table and threatened me with it. One step in my direction, you suar ka bacha, he said, and I'll break your head with this.
Your Honour, may we please have a translation of
Yes?
Your Honor, it means son of a pig.
It's an abuse, Your Honor. An extreme abuse. Because we Muslims consider the pig a dirty animal.
So Manzil Ali called you that?
Yes.
What did you say?
Well, I didn't say anything. I was too shocked to see my sister lying like that, like some... And then, I don't know, a surge of anger overcame me. I went blind-like. I rushed in Manzil Ali's direction, and I tripped over the electric fire.
What happened then?
Then Manzil Ali got up, picked up the radio and ran, and I ran after him.
To recover the radio?
Yes.
Now, is that the radio in court?
Yes.
Yes. And did you ever catch up with Manzil Ali?
Yes, I did, but only because he tripped in Sussex Street.
Yes. Now, was he up or down when you finally reached him?
He was on the point of getting up, and when I got to him, he kicked out at me, but missed. Then I caught hold of his foot, and I started to twist
it. And that's how the fight between you two began?
Yes. He was having a go at me, and I was trying to defend myself as best as I could. But luckily, my father arrived, and then we were able to get him down, pick up the radio, and run.
Did either you or your father kick Manzil Ali?
No, definitely not.
Thank you very much. Will you wait there, please?
You said that when you saw what you did in the drawing room, you went blind with rage.
Yes, well, who wouldn't?
As you rushed at Manzil Ali, you tripped over the electric heater, and by the time you'd regained your balance, he'd gone.
Yes.
And yet you realized in what couldn't have been more than a fraction of a moment that the radio was also gone.
Because I couldn't hear the music.
So, according to you, there was Manzil Ali rushing off with your radio, and you and your father were chasing him, propelled with extreme anger and a burning desire to get revenge and get even with him.
Yes, I did chase him. I was angry. I wanted my radio back. But the point is, I did not trip him over.
Didn't you? The truth is, Mr. Rana, isn't it, that Manzil Ali did not run off with your radio, that you and your father ran after him, that you got him down on the ground and you kicked him in the testicles?
That is absolutely not true.
Mr. Rana, you are considered a firebrand by those that know you, are you not?
Well, if fighting for your class and your community means being called firebrand, yes, I am one. And I'm proud to be one.
Does your loyalty to the community come before your sister, her happiness?
My sister's happiness is a concern for my family alone.
But what happens when her doings, or misdoings, as you might call them, lead to pain and physical injuries to someone who is outside the family, but in the community?
But if by that you mean Manzil Ali, well, then he should have known better. After all, He was born in Pakistan. He's a member of the community here. He knows what the customs are, what is allowed, what is not allowed. And if he was ignorant of that by any chance, we did our best to tell him. We told him several times before to behave himself. We told him, his parents told him to leave Noor Jahan alone.
TV lawyers.
Miss Noor Jahan Rana.
You affirm or take the oath?
Whatever my father says. Qu'est-ce que on...
Look, I've told you before, I will not allow you to talk to each other or communicate in any other way in this court, except when you're being spoken to.
Take the Holy Quran in your right hand. Read aloud the words on the card.
I take this oath on the Holy Quran, believing in the Quran as God's true word, believing in the true God above. Whatever I tell this court shall be the truth.
Are you bound by that oath?
Yes.
Are you Noor Jahan Rana, and do you live at 18 Coronation Street, Fulchester?
Yes.
And are you self-employed?
Yes, I make dresses at home.
It's very understandable to be nervous, Miss Rana, but you really must try and speak up.
Yes, I make dresses at home.
Now, will you tell the court what happened on the evening of the 8th of April of this year?
I was at home, listening to the radio and sewing dresses that evening, when I heard a knock on the door.
What time was that?
7:30 or so.
7:30. So you opened the door?
No, I peeped through the curtain to see who it was. I was alone at home and had to be cautious, you know.
And who did you find?
Manzil Ali. He saw me gaping through the window and pointed to the door. I was surprised to see him. I gestured to him to go away, but he came up to the window and tapped it. So I opened the window a bit. Please, he said, they are chasing me. Who are they, I asked. A bunch of white yobbos, he replied. Please, he said, looking harassed, let me in before... So I did. I didn't want any Pakistani boy getting bashed up by white thugs, much less Manzil Ali.
So that's how he got himself inside?
Yes.
Yes, and once he was in, what happened then?
He sat on the chair in the front room as I returned to my sewing. Told me about his family and his new job at the post office he had got. Just a friendly chat. And then he came and sat next to me and said, "Don't you love me anymore?" "Yes, I do," I replied like a fool. And then I told him my mother had gone to Pakistan to find a husband for me.
How did he take that news?
He put his hand on my mouth. I would not hear such nonsense any further, he said. "Why don't we elope and get married?" he suggested. "Get married first, then elope," said I.
And he agreed?
No. He fell silent for a while. Said he would do anything for me. If only...
If only what? Look, I'm sorry to distress you, Miss Rana, but it's very important that the court should know everything that happened between you and Mr. Ali that evening.
He was very, very insistent that evening. He said he wanted his way.
He wanted his way. Is that what you said, Miss Rana? Did he get his way? Yes? What happened then?
It was horrible. I saw Manzil Ali standing at one side of the room and Farooq the other. They were both angry and shouting, my brother being more angry. Then Manzil Ali picked up the radio and threatened to throw it at my brother. I was shaking, shivering and crying. The next thing I knew, my father was in the room shouting at me. He went berserk the moment I mentioned Manzil Ali. He slapped me and went off. It is all my fault.
Did Manzil Ali run off with your radio?
I don't know.
I will try to recall, if you can, Miss Rana, if Manzil Ali ran off with your radio.
The radio was not there when everybody was gone. That is all I can say. Whether it was taken by Manzil Ali or not, I can't say.
But you did at one point see Manzil Ali pick up the radio and threaten Farooq Rana with it, didn't you?
Yes, that I did.
And it wasn't there after the incident, was it?
No.
Thank you, Miss Rana. Will you stay there, please? Just stay there.
Miss Rana, is everything that you have told the court so far the truth?
Yes.
Do you always tell the truth?
Yes.
Did you go out with any boys when you were at school?
There were none to go out with. I went to a girls' school.
But there is only one girls' school in the whole of Forchester, and that's miles from your home in Coronation Street.
I know, but my father insisted I go to a girls' school to keep away from the boys.
And what did you yourself think about that?
So. I suppose with my English girlfriends always having boyfriends in tow, I did feel I was missing out on something.
But you accepted the situation, didn't you?
Not right away. I argued with my mother now and then. She was the one I could talk to. I remember the first time a boy asked me out. An English boy.
How did he know you?
Actually, he was the boyfriend of Janet, my close girlfriend. And that did shock me.
What did you say to him?
I asked my mother. She said, no, that is not our custom. But we are living in England, I said to her. So what, she replied. Did the English change their customs when they lived in our country?
So that was that?
Yes. And then my mother said that if I did what the English girls were doing, I would never find a Pakistani husband.
So, while you were at school, you respected your parents' wishes and you had nothing to do with boys?
Yes.
That situation did not continue, however, when you went to the Tech?
No. Well, the Tech is co-educational.
And, of course, Manzil Ali is Pakistani?
Yes. But only in name, you know. His attitudes and behaviour are very English.
Is there anything wrong with that?
I don't know. I get very confused about what is wrong and what is right.
Was Manzil Ali the first boy that you went out with?
Yes. But there was no going out in the way you all think.
Well, what was it like then?
We would meet in the park, you know, and find a quiet place.
And hold hands?
Yes. And talk.
Did you enjoy that?
It was nice.
Was it like what you'd expected?
I didn't know what I had expected. It was very exciting to be with a boy, a man alone, especially someone like Manzil Ali.
But there was a risk of being found out, wasn't there?
Yes, there was. But that made it all the more exciting, you see. I was ever so nervous, feeling like a thief, like I was doing something wrong. And I had to make sure that I didn't get caught.
How long did this relationship last?
Just over a year.
So you must have found somewhere else to meet other than parks.
We would arrange to run into each other at the Asian Record Centre.
And the Asian cinema?
No, it was too risky. We would have been sure to be seen by people who know our parents.
What about functions at the Tech? Dances, for instance?
I don't dance.
But you have been to student dances, along with David Sellers, Janet Glass and Rosa Banu.
I don't dance.
However, you do know David Sellers, Janet Glass and Rosa Banu?
Yes.
You see, they say that you went with them and Manzil Ali to dances at the Tech and that you openly showed your fondness for him.
No.
Now, come, Miss Rana, if necessary, I shall have to make application for their evidence to be heard. Now, did you go dancing with Manzil Ali or didn't you?
Yes.
Where did your parents think you were when you were with Manzil Ali?
At the place of Momtaz.
Who is Momtaz?
A girlfriend of mine.
So she covered for you?
I covered for her too on occasions.
I see. Quid pro quo.
No, there was no money involved.
I'm sorry. Quid pro quo means to give and get something in return.
Yes, quid pro quo.
So you didn't tell them that you were going out with Manzil Ali. You systematically lied to your parents for over a year.
I suppose so.
Did you ever tell them about your feelings for Manzil Ali?
I told my mother once.
What did she say?
She was furious. Manzil Ali isn't from the same part of Pakistan as we are, she said. And his father, he was a deckhand on a ship, you know, couldn't even sign his name. What has that got to do with Manzil Ali, I asked. He has 6 O-levels. But no family background, she said. We are Rana, she told me. Do you know what the word Rana means, she asked.
What does it mean?
Rana means ruler, prince. And she said, we will find you a boy who matches our social standing.
Even if it means you marrying a complete stranger?
I leave that decision to my parents.
But you are 19, Miss Rana.
And lacking the experience and wisdom of my parents. They can judge better than I can.
So now you always do what your parents tell you?
Yes.
I see. Well, I have to put it to you, Miss Rana, that you are a practiced liar. Not only have you frequently lied to your parents over the past year, but now, as a reformed and dutiful daughter, you are lying for them. I suggest that your evidence to the court today that you saw Manzil Ali brandishing the radio at your brother and that it disappeared when he has gone was just another lie. I have no more questions for this witness, Your Honour.
Any re-examination, Mr. Benham?
Yes, Your Honour, I wish to re-examine. Now, you said earlier that your mother had gone to Pakistan to find a husband for you.
Yes.
What came of her trip?
She found a suitable boy, and his parents were interested in all that. She showed me the boy's picture. He looked so nice. And then suddenly his parents lost interest.
And why was that?
They didn't say, but we heard on the grapevine that somebody from here had sent them a newspaper cutting of this case when it came up before the magistrate's court. And that did it.
So by virtue of this case, you've become unmarriageable.
That is a terrible question to ask any
Yes,
girl.
I know it's a terrible question, Miss Rana, but I must put it to you again. You've become unmarriageable.
Yes.
Yes. It takes great honesty to admit something like that in court, doesn't it, Miss Rana?
Yes.
Yes. And everything else you've told the court today about Manzil Ali and the transistor radio is also true, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm sorry I've distressed you, Miss Rana. I've no further questions.
Members of the jury, why did the two accused run after Mr. Manzil Ali when he rushed from their house that night? The Crown's case, as you know, is that he did it for one purpose only, to punish Manzil Ali for pressing his attentions on their daughter, and to redeem their honour, and to get revenge.
If they'd just been exacting revenge, my clients would simply have been obeying the law of their community, no more than Mr. Ali could have expected. Now, you may think it odd that the law in this country doesn't allow for a situation like this, a situation in which my clients did to Manzil Ali what Manzil Ali knows to be right by the law of his community and what Manzil Ali would have done to them if he'd been in their position. But the law doesn't allow for this. And if you reject my client's version of the struggle, if you believe that they used more than reasonable force, then I'd suggest, members of the jury, that your dilemma is probably a moral one.
Now, there can be no doubt Mr. Ali was seriously injured. He suffered broken ribs and other lesser injuries. But the question is, was this only a consequence of the two accused using reasonable force in their own defense? Now, one thing's plain. If the two accused, or indeed if one of them, kicked Mr. Ali while he was on the ground, that could not be in self-defense. Now, I want to make one thing quite clear. You may reach the conclusion that what happened here was that Mr. Ali, having offended against the strict customs of his own community, was given a good hiding, and that he deserved it. But in law, it's quite immaterial that Mr. Ali may have deserved what he got, and you must not allow that to sway your judgment. Now, will you retire, elect a foreman to speak on your behalf, and consider your verdict?
Members of the jury, will your foreman please stand? Have at least 10 of you agreed upon your verdict? Please answer yes or no.
No.
And are you satisfied that if I allowed you another period of deliberation, you would still not be able to reach a majority verdict?
We are.
Then I have no option but to discharge you. Mr. Banham, Mrs. Stacey, we must fix a date for this case to be tried before a second jury.
All stand.
The cases in Crown Court are fictitious. When our cameras return to bring you another leading case from the Crown Court.